Welcome back to the program as we turn our attention to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, where debris from a downed drone has killed a civilian in the Odessa region. This comes after Ukraine's Air Force said it had destroyed 20 drones that Russia launched overnight. The governor of the southern Ukrainian region, Ole Kipper, said air defense systems destroyed 9 Iran-made attack drones over Odessa, calling it the third Russian air assault on the region in the past week. The Air Force also noted that its defense systems destroyed a cruise missile in addition to the drones. Meanwhile, at least 26 people have been injured after a local deputy detonated grenades in a village council in Ukraine's western Zakarpattia region. According to a police statement, which partly reads, the detonation happened during the council's session. 26 people were injured, 6 of them in serious condition. The video published by the police shows that the local deputy, dressed in black, entering the room, taking grenades out of his pockets and throwing them on the floor. Video also captured the moment of explosions and panic among those attending the council session. Accidents with explosives happen from time to time in Ukraine, which has been fighting Russia's full-scale aggression since February 2022. Let's bring in the VOA's Anna Chernikova, who joins us from Kyiv. Anna, good to see you today. What more can you tell us regarding the Russian air attack in Odessa? We know that 9 Iran-made drones were downed, causing the death of a civilian.
Good evening. In general, over the weekend, it was quite tough a weekend for Ukraine, and over the weekend there were a couple of strikes, particularly drone attacks and missile strikes. If we are talking about Odessa, this was over the weekend as well, and unfortunately, one of the drones that was shot down by the Ukrainian air defense fall on the private building, and the explosion part of the drone exploded, being already inside of the building, and this caused the death of one civilian as well. Surrounding buildings also, it was a private sector, so surrounding civilian buildings were also damaged, and the infrastructure, residential infrastructure, and also critical infrastructure around the settlement was also under attack. In total, over 50 drones were launched by Russian forces over the weekend, so over these 2 days. And according to Ukrainian Air Force, almost all of them were shut down. However, as we can see, the damage is still very serious, and unfortunately civilians have been killed.
Right, and to another disturbing news, Anna, we saw a video also of, a local deputy detonating grenades during a village council meeting that left 26 people injured. What's the state of, their health at this moment? How are they recuperating?
At this point, there is information about one person unfortunately killed during this attack, and around 20, I think that over 20, if I'm not mistaken, are injured, and their state is different. Some people remain in a serious condition. The reason for this incident, according to the police, is that this particular local deputy member, he apparently wanted to persuade certain decision to be taken, and after his proposal was declined, he went out of the room and then came back with a grenade. So at least this is what we know from the official police sources, and this is what was announced publicly. No more details were announced, so no more details are available at this point. But the person who made it, he remains captured, and investigation is ongoing. And according to again to what was confirmed, he will remain under. Behind the door, the closed doors, for at least 2 months.
Has this sort of thing happened before, Anna? Where people, I can say, turn on themselves in this kind of conflict.
Unfortunately, we can see that some similar situations sometimes happen, and also sometimes investigation found that people just emotionally overwhelmed with everything, with what is going on. Sometimes this leads to such incidents, and sometimes people, unfortunately, do not find another way to move their thoughts forward and their ideas forward. So definitely, it looks like that the war which is ongoing also has a certain impact on such incidents happening. But again, at this point, I think that this is probably the most tragic one in the recent months.
And finally, how are Ukrainians reacting to European Union's green light to grant Ukraine a major political win by agreeing to start membership talks in January, even though Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban blocked the move?
You absolutely correctly said it's a major political victory for Ukraine, definitely, and for Ukrainian society it was an extremely good news, an extremely positive vibe, I should say, for in this dark months of war. What's important that, of course, a lot of work has been done by the Ukrainian officials, and a lot of information was surfing around inside Ukraine, and it was a very high risk that actually the Hungarian Prime Minister, Mr. Orban, could block and could veto this decision. And I should say that inside of Ukraine, it was quite a stressful day. On Thursday, the meeting was happening, and there were a lot of doubts if the decision would be taken, because again, as we mentioned, the Hungarian Prime Minister was against it. So when finally it was announced that decision was made, and that actually Viktor Orban left the room, making it possible for us, the 26 members, to vote in favor, and he just did not vote and did not veto. It was, I should say, quite a breaking news here in Ukraine. And of course, for people in this long, dark months of war, this is something, I should say, this is probably the most, one of the most positive events happening in this recent months.
Yeah, I can imagine people believing that there's actually light at the end of a very dark tunnel. Anna, I must thank you for your time today.
Thank you.